after the election, as I was trying to pull myself out of my depression, my father and I had a very interesting conversation where I expressed how scared I was, how disappointed I felt in the country, and just really concerned for what the election results meant and what the new incoming administration meant for so many people of color, particularly immigrants. And my father said, people who come to this country to escape war, to escape hunger, or any number of other atrocities, just by the sheer will of getting here, tend to be people who have a spirit to survive and a faith that they will survive. And that's something that's been in the back of my head since the election. It's something that I've tried to hold on to because it sounded so hopeful. And last weekend, as I was watching the Muslim ban unfold and wreaking havoc in people's lives, as people were literally stranded in airports not knowing what the next step would be, I kept thinking back to that and trying to hold on to the hope that he had. And I just felt really overwhelmed. But then later in the week, the bodega strike happened, which was just ordinary Yemeni bodega owners in New York City who decided that they were going to make a statement about their feelings about the Muslim ban. So they closed their stores, which I'm sure had a lot of financial repercussions for them because these are small business owners who just can't afford to take a day off. But they did. And there was an incredible display of their unity in Brooklyn that evening. And I had sworn off of cable news after the election, but I really wanted to see this unfolding because it was that hope that my dad talked about. The bodega strike felt like that hope I was witnessing that hope in this act of protest. And it also, and as I was watching this unfold in the news and seeing pictures on Twitter, there were so many American flags along with flags of the many Muslim countries that were included in the ban. And it just made me think how the people who were standing there in that moment protesting really exemplified what true love of country and patriotism is. These were people that the country at large, and certainly the president of the United States and his administration, were telling them that they were not American and that they were people to be for real Americans to suspect, and that we shouldn't welcome these people into our community. And here they were standing proudly saying, despite everything that you think of me, I am American, or I want to be American. To me, there is no one that was more patriotic on that day than those people who were standing there. So, you know, thinking about it in that way helped me really connect to the things that my father said after the election, and really for the first time provided me, you know, among all the protests that have happened, this was the one act that made me believe that no matter what this administration will unleash, that at least, this particular community of immigrants or this particular community of people, as immigrants, we will survive it. That's not to say that there won't be horrible consequences for specific people, but as a community of immigrants, that collectively we will be okay.